SGC here, and we're back with a movie review. Black Mass. Directed by Scott Cooper, this is based on a 2001 book by the name of Black Mass, the true story of an unholy alliance between the FBI and the Irish mob, by Dick Lehr and Gerard O'Neill. And who's in this film? Well, there's a lot of people, so let's get down. So it's Johnny Depp, Joe Egerton, Benedict Cumberbatch, Kevin Bacon, Jesse Plemons, Peter Skarsgård, Rory Cochrane, Adam Scott, Dakota Johnson, and Corey Stoll. So what's this film about? Basically, that book title says it all. Johnny Depp plays a mobster guy, and Joe Egerton is the FBI, and they work together to sort of like figure out how do we shut down the things around this mob, but keep the mob intact so like we can use them as their informants sort of thing. And obviously things don't go as planned, because I mean, the FBI working with a mobster, that doesn't really work out in the long run sort of thing. And that's basically the entire film, talking about how people get agitated about this alliance, and how people around Johnny Depp's character is like reacting, and yeah, a lot of character stuff going on. And that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? Well, there's a lot of things I think about this film. Let's just say Johnny Depp has returned to form in the sense that he proved that he can act beyond plastering makeup on his face and just being weird. That he can be a serious actor and a contender for drama roles and such and like. And we have Joe Egerton, who plays a great role in terms of just the FBI guy who befriends Johnny Depp. He's like sort of the straight cop that sort of goes in the gray area as in like, hey, we're getting all this stuff down. It's okay sort of thing. Then we have Benedict Cumberbatch and Kevin Bacon, who plays a somewhat sort of supporting role as Benedict Cumberbatch is Johnny Depp's brother. And then we have Kevin Bacon, who's like the superior of Joe Egerton. And basically, this cast they do their job well with what they got. And what they got isn't that much, really. And yeah, that's the sad part about this film, is that you have a great cast, but the plot, I mean, the premise of the plot is cool and all, but the actual screenplay or the writing just doesn't really use these things to its like potential at all. And it sucks, because I mean, there's a lot of like character things that you can really dive really deep into, but it feels like they were just stuck on like, oh, let's reinforce the fact that Johnny Depp is intense and crazy and just whoa, violent. Let's just really set that up. I mean, they set that up in the first half an hour, and then they beat you in the face with it the rest of the film. And like how they set it up already is sort of just lame, because they do it through interviews, and it's just like, oh, how was, you know, Johnny Depp? How was he intense? Like, did he do it? How many people did you kill? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like a narrative. So, I mean, all the people that they're interviewing, you know that there's no tension in terms of the actual story, because they're alive at the end. So, that narrative in terms of interviewing really just slowed the pace down. I mean, everyone went into this film knowing that Johnny Depp is intense. I feel that if he had just went into it straight, no narrative, and then it's not a flashback movie. And, yeah. I mean, basically, it's very easy to say what things could have been changed to fix this film, and I don't really want to do that here, because that's just not fair in terms of an actual review of the film. It's just say, there's a lot of things that are going to change. The approaches to this film could have been really different, and I feel that's what they were lacking, in terms of just force-feeding you about his intensity, and then it went no change in terms of just fluctuating. Like, I feel like, I'm doing it again, I feel like if there was more changes to his character, different sides of his character, it would be a much more compelling character. And that's basically what they wasted their time on, is that you have these brothers and you have these FBI guys who you could have dive a lot more deeper in it. And sure, I know this is based on a true story. I mean, you could have inspired and just play around with things and don't have to be 100% true. I don't even know if it's that at all. But basically, this film was just like, Johnny Depp is intense, let me tell you, for 2 hours. And basically, this film was 2 hours, but it felt like a 3-hour film. And I feel like if the film was actually 3 hours, it would have done a lot better. You have a lot more time to do what you did and screwed up with, but you're going to flesh out a lot of characters. Corey Stoll had an interesting role in terms of like the FBI guy that's like, no, Joe Egerton, stand down. We got to fix this thing that you like sort of messed up. that sort of like just existed but never was fleshed out. So it's just too bad, because I mean there's a lot of relationships like the brothers, Johnny Depp and Benedict Cumberbatch relationship could have been fleshed out. The whole wives of the relationship could have been fleshed out. They were there, but then they just sort of like just phased out, sort of thing. So all in all, this movie could have been so much better, but it just didn't deliver, which is too bad. Because, I mean, you have a great cast, the overlying premise is so much stronger than the little bits of arcs that they created. I mean, seriously, at the end of the movie, when they tell me, oh, this is what happened to them in real life, I'm like, I don't care. Roll the credits and let me leave, sort of thing. So, yeah, that's it. Black Mass. If you have seen it, leave your comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's it for the movie review for Black Mass. Out!